Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're tackling a genuinely massive challenge for product and engineering leaders. We are talking about how to decide what not to build. Seriously, in a world where everyone has an endless wish list of features, learning how to ruthlessly cut scope is arguably the single most valuable skill you can develop. Okay, let's dive into a pain point we have all felt. You sit down for a project kickoff, right? And your stakeholders bring this absolute mountain of a wish list. Now, they genuinely want the project to succeed, so naturally, they just ask for everything. But as we know, trying to do it all practically guarantees the whole thing is going to fail. It stretches your resources way too thin and delays any actual value from ever seeing the light of day. And this usually happens because we fall into the trap of what experienced operators like to call ROI theater. You know the one. It's that standard 6-cell spreadsheet we've all stared at. The costs are dead certain, like we know exactly what our cloud bill and team size will be. But those expected benefits on the other side, total guesses. We haven't actually earned those assumptions yet, which means the whole plan is just one tough question away from completely collapsing. So, to solve this, we're going to walk through a structured framework today. Number 1, the endless feature wish list. Number 2, cost of inaction versus ROI. 3, 7 types of gold plating. 4, wielding the scope knife. And finally, number 5, the Kill Criterion. Okay, let's jump into section 1, the endless feature wish list, cardinal line 4. I want you to literally put yourself in the shoes of an engineer at Cardinal Polymer Systems. You're standing in front of this massive 3,210 press, and it suffers 3 6-hour unplanned shutdowns every single quarter. Your mandate? Build an AI agent to stop this. But look at the sheer bloat of this well-meaning wish list your team came up with. Everything from vibration sensors all the way to a full digital twin. Here's the brutal reality check. You have a tight budget of $180,000 and just 12 weeks. There's absolutely no way we can build all 8 of these. Which brings us to section 2, cost of inaction versus ROI, the defensible bar. To actually defend cutting that massive list without totally alienating your team, we need to look at Donald Reinertson's canonical rule in product economics. He has this great quote, "If you only quantify one thing, quantify the cost of delay." When you're deciding what to fund, you have to look at what the business is absorbing every single week that the problem stays unsolved. The difference here is, well, it's night and day. Cost of inaction leads with the existing P&L bleed that's happening right now. It doesn't rely on your shiny new project working perfectly. ROI, on the other hand, it relies entirely on guessing future adoption rates and revenue uplifts. In the early stages of any project, ROI should really just be a sensitivity check. It should never, ever be your primary frame. Let's apply that to Cardinal. Take the cost of unmade molds during those shutdowns, which is $23,000 an hour, by the way, plus the cleanup labor. Cardinal's real observable cost of inaction is a staggering $32,000 every single week. I mean, that is real money bleeding out of the business today. And that $32,000 weekly loss, that becomes our ultimate filter. We call it the load-bearing rule. Basically, if a requested feature does not directly stop this specific financial bleeding, we are not building it in the first 12 weeks. It really is just that simple. Moving right along to section 3, 7 types of gold plating, identifying the trivial many. Now, to successfully say no to people, we need be precise vocabulary to identify what kind of distraction a feature actually is. The Project Management Institute makes this really great distinction. Scope creep is stakeholder-driven, while gold plating is team-driven. And honestly, team-driven gold plating is insidious because the engineers genuinely believe they're helping. Whether it's future-proofing or technical elegance, you have to name the temptation so you can gracefully cut it. Let's put that into practice in section 4, wielding the scope knife, cutting to 3. So let's turn that vocabulary into a practical assessment workflow called the scope knife. It forces incredible discipline. First, we've quantified our cost of inaction. Second, we anchor a conservative target reduction, let's say a 25% drop in shutdowns. Now, step 3 is the hardest part. We drop the trivial many to uncover the vital few items that will actually pay back our budget. We are going to force ourselves to keep exactly 3 items, no more. Out of the initial 8 wishlist items, we are keeping exactly these 3. Why? Well, the sensors give us the raw signal, the anomaly detection ML model creates a 24 to 72 hour advance warning, and the mobile alert ensures the on-shift engineer actually sees it. This exact specific combination converts an unplanned failure into a planned service window. It is literally the only mechanism directly bending that loss line.
So we kept 3. I want you to actively think about the items we just dropped, like the real-time dashboard or the digital twin. Mentally run through our 7 gold plating labels right now. How would you confidently defend dropping them to a very insistent stakeholder? Well, here's your defense. The dashboard, it's just a vanity metric. Engineers ignore dashboards during a fire drill anyway. The digital twin is pure technical elegance that won't fix your immediate downtime. And that extra request for a team's voice escalation, honestly, that's just stakeholder appeasement over some past incident. By signing these specific labels, your cuts go from feeling subjective and personal to being entirely defensible.
Finally, Section 5, the Kill Criterion, a pre-commitment device.
To truly earn the CFO's trust and protect against sunk cost bias down the road, we use what's called a Kill Criterion. Placing a statement exactly like this right in the main body of your budget memo guarantees to leadership that we will walk away if we don't get a measurable signal. A team without a Kill Criterion has absolutely no protection when week 9 arrives and the project just isn't working. This sentence, it buys you honesty.
As we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Look closely at the project you are working on today. Which feature in your current backlog is actually just gold plating in disguise? And more importantly, are you brave enough to take this scope knife to it? Thanks so much for joining me today, and good luck in your next kickoff meeting.